Yo, what is up? This is Divine YGO, and gonna be doing an update to my Mermail Atlantean deck. So it's gone through quite a few changes actually since my first deck profile, and honestly, I very much prefer this build versus my original build I posted up, because this one just seems to brick a lot less for me, at least. Honestly, like looking back at my Deep Sea Diva combo, or one card combo in my original video, looking back at it now, it's just like, oh man, it's just, the combo just seemed very underwhelming compared to what it does now, which I will show at some point in this video, some combos. Yeah, anyways, let's just go ahead and get right into it. So first of all, we got triple copies of Deep Sea Diva, again, one card starter, and then I played 2 copies of Deep Sea Minstrel. And I know a lot of deck profiles actually use triple copies of Deep Sea Minstrel, and then they usually just side out the Minstrels for game 2 or 3 or stuff like that. But because I like to keep Minstrel in the deck, even for like game 2 or 3 or stuff like that, I decided to bump it down to 2, because the third one, it kind of just popped up in my hand too often. So I decided to bump it down to 2, and it's been working out just fine for me. And then we have triple copies of Neptibus the Atlantean Prince. Again, this is one of your like main combo pieces, and also it can be a starter for like some basic simple plays. And then we also do have the triple copies of Atlantean Dragoons. If you're not playing triple copies of Dragoons, it's like playing a warrior deck without reinforcement of the army. Dragoons is just a really good card, searches out what you need and to extend. And then I'm playing triple copies of Heavy Infantry. I'm not playing Marksman because Marksman only targets set cards. And for example, if you use Marksman to target a set card or like a set spell or trap your opponent controls and they activate it instead, then Marksman's effect to destroy it will no longer go through because Marksman targets it while it's set. And again, if your opponent flips it up, it's no longer set, so Marksman is just kind of useless. So Heavy Infantry, I prefer it more over Marksman. And then onto the Mermail portion, I am playing triple copies of Abyssteus. This is just standard. Literally one of the cards you want in your starting hand for your combos. At least this along with Dragoon. And then I'm playing triple copies of Abyss Megalo. I know a lot of people don't like playing Megalo anymore. Yeah, most likely at 1 or 2. I know a lot of people drop it down to 1. But me personally, I like the 3. Just because, I don't know. I just like Megalo, and it's been working out just fine for me. And then the next card I play is something that not a lot of people are actually playing anymore. And it is 1 copy of Mermail Abyss Lead. I understand this card can be more of a brick than it actually being useful. I get that. I do. But I don't know. I wanted to try playing it. And honestly, it hasn't been as bad as some would think, because of the fact that I do play the old school Mermail Abyss Lind combo. And for those of you guys who do not know, the old school like Mermail Abyss Lind combo, you summon Megalo, use Megalo's effect to search out your Abyss Sphere, set Abyss Sphere, and then during your opponent's turn, before they enter end phase, you'll activate Abyss Sphere, summoning Abyss Lind from the deck. And then during the end phase of your opponent's turn, Abyss Sphere will trigger, destroying Abyss Lind. And then Abyss Lind's effect will activate. Since Abyss Lind was destroyed, she lets you special summon any Mermail monster from your deck. So we'll special summon Abyss Lead, draw for turn, and then we'll start our turn with a 2700 beat stick. That's pretty much the main way that we'll be getting out Abyss Lead. Otherwise, we also use Abyss Scund, which I play 2 of, and then I'm playing 1 Abyss Pike. And then the last Mermail I'm running is 1 copy of Mermail Abyss Dined, or Dine, not Dined. So yeah, I'm playing 1 copy of Abyss Dined just because I like the ability to use, where is he? I like the ability to use Abyssteus' effect to search out Abyss Dine, and then Abyss Dine's effect to summon itself. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people have actually gotten this wrong, or have read this wrong, but Abyss Dine has an effect where when this card is added from the deck or graveyard to hand by a card effect, you can special summon this card, and then you must control a Mermail monster to activate and to resolve this effect. And then it has another effect. When this card is special summoned by the effect of a Mermail monster, you can target 1 level 3 or lower Mermail monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. And this is where some people probably get it wrong, because I've gotten it wrong or misread it a few times myself. You can only use 1 Mermail Abyss Dine effect per turn, and only once that turn. So pretty much, if you use Abyss Dine's effect to summon itself from your hand after being added from the deck or graveyard, then you cannot use its effect on summon to summon another level 3 or lower Mermail monster from the grave. And this was something that I actually messed up on a lot while playtesting with this card originally. And after I found out, like, oh, you can only use one of the effects, that's trash. I actually debated about cutting this, but because it's been more helpful than not, I decided to keep it in. Like, for example, if I just need an extra body on board, then I can use Abyssteus, search out the Dine, and then Dine summons itself. And then on to the other monsters we play. Of course, we're playing the one Moulin Glacier, the Elemental Lord. You have to play this. This is like a Mermail staple. It's extremely easy and fairly consistent to get out. As long as you have exactly 5 water monsters in your graveyard, you can just simply special summon this card. And then on summon, you can discard 2 random cards out of your opponent's hand. So it's just taking away resources from your opponent. And then some more combo pieces, 1 Lapis Dragon and 1 Fishborg Launcher. Again, combo pieces. And then some new stuff that I'm playing. I am playing triple copies of Silent Sea Nettle. This came out of Brothers of Legend. It's literally just a free extender. If you control a water monster, you can special summon this card. And the only downside is that you're locked into water monsters the turn you activate this effect. Silent Sea Nettle, like if your opponent forces you to end up sending more water monsters to the graveyard, and it ruins your Moulin Glacier water monster count, Silent Sea Nettle can actually come in handy because it has a graveyard effect where you can banish this card from the graveyard, target up to 3 water monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck. So it can really help manipulate your graveyard back to having exactly 5. Because recently I've actually had a couple of times where a buddy of mine that I was playing against, he was actually keeping track of how many water monsters I had in my graveyard when I added Moulin Glacier. And he started like really messing up my water monster count. So yeah, Silent Sea Nettle, it's come in handy a couple of times. And then I am playing 1 copy of Ice Knight. I debated about doing 2 and 2. But I think Silent Sea Nettle might be a little bit more consistent, I guess, because Ice Knight doesn't waste my normal summon. Silent Sea Nettle doesn't waste my normal summon, whereas Ice Knight does. And then the last monster I'm playing is 1 Crusadia Arborea. This just actually helps make level 10 synchros in this deck. That's basically all it's for. It's an easy extender as well. You can special summon this card from your hand in defense to a zone a link monster points to. And it's a level 3 tuner, so again, very easy to make level 10s, or again, just for another free body to link climb. And then onto the spells, we play Deep Sea Aria, playing triple copies. If we have a way to dump a water monster to the grave, we can use Deep Sea Aria to search out our Deep Sea Diva, and then go into our Deep Sea Diva 1-card combo plays. And then I'm playing 1 Abyss Scale of the Mizuchi, 1 for 1 to search out Neptibus, 1 Call by the Grave because we don't want to get hand trapped. And then 1 Pot of Avaries, because we will dump a lot of resources. This is Mermail. We're going to dump a lot of resources. And then to end the main deck, Abyss Sphere. I believe this is a 42 card deck. Alright, on to the extra deck. I'm playing 1 Bujinki Ahashima, and this is actually a new addition to the deck compared to the original build. And if you don't know why we play this, I will show you guys in the combo section. This is actually part of the Deep Sea Diva 1-card combo. And then I'm playing 1 Crystron Halqifibrax. If you don't have access to Halqifibrax, you're going to struggle heavily with this deck. Yeah, Halqifibrax just makes everything run smoothly, not smoothie. And then we play 1 Coral Anemone, we play 1 Abyss Salacia. This is actually a really cool card, I like it a lot. We play 1 Miss Starboy. This is a combo piece. I know some people have actually told me, like, just cut the Miss Starboy and play something else, like play a better card. But Miss Starboy is actually a combo piece. That's literally the only reason why I play it. The 500 stat buff is pretty cool too, but again, it's mainly just because it's a combo piece. And then to end the Link lineup, we are playing 1 Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. This is also a new addition to the deck. And then onto the XCs, I play 1 Totally Awesome, Bahamut Shark, 1 Mermail Abyss Giles, and then a new addition to the deck is 1 Number 89. This also came out of Brothers of Legend. Diabolus's the Mind Hacker. This is just another rank 7 that I can go into. It's just, I don't know, it's a cool card. I like it. Again, it's just another rank 7 to go into in case I don't want to go into Abyss Giles. So for those of you who do not know what Mind Hacker does, once per turn you can detach 1 material from this card, look at your opponent's extra deck, and banish 1 monster from it face down. At the end of the battle phase, if this card destroyed a monster by battle, you can target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it face down. And then if a card your opponent owns and possesses is banished face down while you control this card, except during the damage step, you can banish cards from the top of your opponent's deck face down, equal to their face down banished cards. So if you used Mindhacker's effect to banish one of your opponent's extra deck monsters face down, and then you use its effect to banish another card in your opponent's graveyard face down, you can use Mindhacker's effect to banish an additional 2 more cards from the top of their deck face down, because they would have 2 cards already banished. And then onto the synchros. Play 1 Formula Synchron as our Hulk target, 1 Dragite because we can abuse its ability to negate spell and traps, 1 Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, because it's literally one of the best water synchros out there. And then we play 1 Satellite Warrior. This is kind of like a pseudo access code for the deck. And then to end the extra deck lineup, we are playing 1 copy of Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign Chenging. Just because I felt like throwing it in here. We can make it, and it gives us another boss monster to go into. Alright, that is the deck. So now I'll go ahead and show off the new Deep Sea Diva 1-card combo for this deck. So, first things first, obviously, is a Deep Sea Diva 1-card combo. So, start off with normal summoning Diva. Diva's effect to then search out Neptibus Prince and special summoning it. Well, not searching it, but special summoning out. And then Prince effect, we will dump the Dragoons from deck to then add ourselves our copy of Dragoons. And then Dragoon's effect in graveyard will then search us out the Lapis Dragon. So search out Lapis Dragon. Lapis Dragon's effect, since it was added from deck to hand, we can special summon it. Then using Lapis Dragon and Deep Sea Diva, we will then go into our Crystron Halqifibrax. Halqifibrax effect, on summon, it'll allow us to special summon Fishboard Launcher from the deck. Then using Fishboard Launcher and Atlantean Prince, we'll then go into our copy of Bujinki Ahashima. Ahashima's effect, if this card is link summoned, you can special summon 2 monsters with the same level, 1 from your hand and 1 from your graveyard. Their effects are negated, but immediately after that effect resolves, you XC summon using both those monsters you summoned. So we have Dragoons from our hand, and then we have Dragoons from the graveyard. Go ahead and overlay into our copy of Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark's effect, we will dump the Dragoons to then summon Totally Awesome. And if our opponent has not Nibiru'd us by now, they can no longer Nibiru us. Unfortunately, this isn't Nibiru proof, because we had more than 5 summons already. Diva was summoned 1, Prince was 2, Lapis was 3, Hulk was 4th, Bujinki was 5. So right then and there is when we would get Nibiru'd, or when we would be able to get Nibiru'd. And then we'll activate the Dragoon's effect in graveyard, since it was detached to activate Bahamut Shark. We will then search out our copy of Moonling Glacia. Because we have exactly 5 water monsters in the graveyard, we can then summon Moonling Glacia. Moonling Glacia's effect will rip 2 cards out of our opponent's hand. And then we'll go ahead and activate Fishboard Launcher's effect in graveyard to summon itself, but it's banished when it leaves the field. We will then use the Launcher, Halqifibrax, and Bahamut Shark for a 3-material Appaloosa. And this would be our end board off of 1 card. We ripped 2 cards out of our opponent's hand. We have 1 Omni Negate, and we have Appaloosa to negate 3 monsters. And our opponent would be starting their turn with 4 cards in hand. And then if you have cards in your hand to extend even further, this board just gets even stronger. Like, I've had games where I would end my board off with this, along with Abyss Lacia on field and Heavy Infantry in hand. So this would be another interruption. I've also had times where I've been able to get out Mermail Abyss Abyss Gaios along with this board. And the only thing that Gaios hurts is the Moonling Glacia, because, Moonling Glacia is level 8. So, because of Gaios, Moonling Glacia can no longer attack, which is kind of unfortunate, but I mean, taking away Moonling Glacia's ability to attack in order to get a skill drain effect from Abyss Gaios, I think it's worth it. It's the board just gets much stronger depending on what kind of ways you can extend. And then if you're going second, instead of Gaios, you can even go into Mindhacker, use Mindhacker's effect to detach a material, banish one of your opponent's extra deck monsters, enter battle phase, use Mindhacker to destroy one of your opponent's monsters, attack, do whatever you can, and then at the end of the battle phase, use Mindhacker's effect to banish a card from their graveyard, and after that, you would then use Mindhacker's effect to banish more cards from the top of your opponent's deck, face down as well. So yeah, Mindhacker is just going second. It's pretty cool. Alright, and then to end the video off, we will go ahead and do one test run, or one test hand test run. I mean, same thing, right? Just to kind of show you guys how I would play the deck with the kind of hands you'll see from this, from this deck. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and shuffle real quick, and we'll get started. Alright, let's see what we got here. We have Prince, Minstrel, Abyss Lead, Aria, and Heavy Infantry. Not the best, but I guess what we could do here is use Minstrel's effect to discard itself and Prince to snipe out any hand traps that our opponent may have. And then we can use Deep Sea Aria. We'll banish the Minstrel to then let us add our Deep Sea Diva. We'll then use Deep Sea Diva's effect, or not effect, but we'll normal summon and then use effect to then summon out our Prince. Prince effect, dump Dragoons, add Dragoons, Dragoons effect engrave to add Lapis, Lapis effect to summon, and then yeah, pretty much the same combo I just showed. Go into Hulk, Hulk's effect to summon Fishborg, and then go into the Bujinki Ahashima. Hashima's effect will summon the Dragoons from hand, Dragoons from grave, immediately overlay into Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark's effect will detach to summon Toad. So we use Dragoon's effect. We'll actually search out the Moonling Glacier. We will use the Fishborg's effect to summon itself. And now we have 5 water monsters in the grave. So we'll summon the Moonling Glacier. Moonling Glacier will then rip 2 cards out of our opponent's hand. Then we'll use Fishborg, Bahamut Shark, and Hulk to then summon our Appaloosa. And that's pretty much how we would play through that hand. I'm going to do one more to see if we can get a different type of hand. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh! So, our combo usually kind of ends if we see Lapis Dragon in our starting hand, which really sucks. Well, not necessarily end, but we can't go full combo if Lapis Dragon is in our hand. So this is kind of unfortunate. But let's see what we can do here. I don't think it's gonna matter too much if we lock ourselves into water. So I'm gonna go ahead and normal summon Ice Knight. Use Ice Knight's effect so that we have an additional water normal summon this turn. We will go ahead and special summon Silent Sea Nettle because we control a water monster. And then we'll go ahead and go into our Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark's effect will detach to summon the Totally Awesome. So now we are Nibiru proof. And then I will use Deep Sea Diva's effect. Well, not effect, but normal summon Deep Sea Diva. Diva's effect, we will then summon Prince. Prince effect, we'll dump Dragoons to add Dragoons. And then Dragoon's effect engrave. Let's see, we have 2 water engrave. I think we'll go ahead and add Moonling Glacier still. Because I think if we play this right, I think we can still get exactly 5 water engrave. And then we'll go ahead and use, let's see, 1, 2. Oh, okay, never mind. This is much easier than I thought. Okay, we'll use Diva and Bahamut Shark to go ahead and go into our Crystron Halcophybrax. And then we have exactly 5 waters in grave. I made it much more, or I was thinking it much more difficult than it was supposed to be, or than it actually was. Use the Halcophybrax effect first to then summon out Fishborg Launcher. Now we will summon Moonling Glacier, ripping 2 cards out of our opponent's hand. We will discard the Lapis and Dragoons from hand to activate Abyss Megalo's effect to summon itself. Then we'll do Dragoons Chain 1, and then Megalo Chain 2. Megalo will then search us our Abyss Mizuchi. And then with Dragoons, we're going to actually go ahead and search out our Heavy Infantry. And then from here, we can use Megalo and Fishborg Launcher to go ahead and synchro into our Dragite. And then using Fishborg Launcher's effect, because all monsters in our grave are water, we can use this effect to summon itself, but it's banished when it leaves the field. Using Neptibus Prince and Launcher, we can then go into our copy of Abysslacia. Then we can equip Abysslacia with Mizuchi, and then from here we can pass turn. And for interaction, we have Abysslacia's effect to dump the heavy infantry to use heavy infantry's effect to target a face-up card on the field and destroy. We have Mizuchi, which negates a spell effect. So this is our way around like Dark Ruler no more. We have Dragite, can negate another spell and trap. Totally awesome as an Omni Negate. And then we have Halqifibrax. At any point we need, we can use Halqifibrax effect to banish itself. Oh, whoa. To summon the Formula Synchron. And then depending on when you activated Crystron Halqifibrax effect to summon Formula Synchron, you would get to draw. But if you're chaining Halqifibrax effect to go into Formula Synchron, unfortunately you won't get the draw, which a lot of people actually kind of forget. Because Formula Synchron, because its effect, it says when this card is synchro summoned, you can draw one card. It is possible to miss time with the draw effect. So yeah, do be aware about that. And then again, at any time you want, you can use Formula Synchron's effect to quick synchro with Formula Synchron and Dragite to then synchro summon into your Satellite Warrior. And the Satellite Warrior's effect on synchro summon, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of synchro monsters in your graveyard, which we have only 2 of. So we'll target 2 cards on our opponent's side of the field, destroy them. And if we do, this card gains 1000 attack for each card destroyed. That'll boost Satellite Warrior up to 4500. And then again, Abyss Lacia's effect, we can use it to ditch heavy infantry, to add a Mermail card or Mermail monster from deck to hand. So we'll most likely just add Teus. And the heavy infantry's effect will target a card or a face-up card on our opponent's side of the field, destroy. Again, we still have Totally Awesome to negate something. If they pass turn, we draw. We can basically push for a lot of damage regardless. So yeah, that's how this hand would have played out. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope there was something, or I hope I showed you guys something new about the deck that y'all probably didn't know about before, or gave you guys some ideas of what to do or what to play or do with your builds. And of course, as always, with any deck profile, just use these deck profiles as like a guide or like something to reference back to for when building your decks, because every deck is going to work differently for everybody. Everybody has their own different play styles. So yeah, it's just, once again, I mean, play the deck how you want to play it. I mean, I'm playing triple copies of Abyss Megalo. Not a lot of people are, but me personally, I enjoy it. So yeah, and nobody's playing Abyss Lead. So yeah, again, just play what you want. Play what you want to play. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, well then, you know, change it up a little bit and see how things go from there. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Divine YGO signing out. Peace.